G'day folks, nice and early. Probably noticed the Cruzer's gone. So in this video, continuing with the paint, starting to build up that confidence, I guess. I've noticed it's a bit like buying a red car and then you see lots of red cars on the road. I've noticed a lot of people painting aeroplanes at the moment and they seem to just get in and get it done. This has been dragging on a bit now for me, but happy with the progress. You can see the cows on the ground behind me. So in this video, I'll show you how we got to where we're at the moment. Going well. Alright, haven't filmed for a bit, but my intake ducts, just made them into a bit of a pavlova or wedding cake, sanding them back, get them nice and flush, and made the hole at the front to fit the cow. More sanding. Alright, good morning. I've got the V8s on the TV today, which is always good. Get a bit of a kick out of laying down some paint. So, look at this, got my babies, spinner, 2 nose spats, 2 main spats. Shiny. Really happy with that. I was nervous about the spinner, went on well. I needed a bit of a win with the paint, so let's just not muck around and let them cook. So, going pretty well. Down under here I've got the top and bottom cowl primed, ready to go. Once I've painted those, I think that's all the odds and ends that don't actually look like an aeroplane part floating around that are painted. Finished with the orange, I think, that last batch that's in there now. I'll pull the fin off, might start masking the fuselage. I bought some wheel dollies so that I can actually push the aircraft down here. I'll show you. Bought these guys. Plan there is to sit the aircraft on it and I can push the aircraft sideways. I actually saw them on the V8 supercars, and then I went down to get some odds and ends at the auto shop and they had some, so I grabbed them. And yeah, we'll get the aircraft in the tent. Now it's a 6 metre tent and I think I'm about 6.5 metres long without the fin on. So it might go diagonally, I assume it might. Worst case, slip the tent, poke the engine out. I've got enough confidence now, I guess, just working on it slowly to have a go at the fuselage. I'll paint the fuselage first, then I can pull it out and basically continue building, because at the moment I'm not doing much building. I'm doing a lot of cleaning, a lot of sanding, a lot of bloody rubbing, and then the wings, as you know, the wings have been on, so yeah, a little bit fluey today, probably breathing in all this stuff, or may have something that's going around. So that's where we're at the moment. I'm just working on my air ducts, so I cleaned those up. Just primed them at the front just to see where I'm at. I'm going to have a go at wrapping these in carbon fibre, and we'll worry about the heat later in the cowl. If it gets too hot, I'll rip the wrap off if it hasn't melted, and I'll cover it in proper fibre, carbon fibre. So the cowl will be next. White top cowl, white bottom cowl. The orange will be paint. Pretty sort of happy with the way the spats turned out. I'm thinking about laying a wrap on the top cowl. I'll give you a look at the top cowl. So here's the top cowl, safely down here under the fuselage. I've got a couple of little spots. I just use the spot putty because it's just fiberglass, just to get the last of the pinholes out. Got the door lock wide open, just for paint. So I'm going to do like I saw him driving around town, the Ford GT50, the bonnet, you know, with the matte black on the bonnet. Unfortunately, the oil cooler door is going to get involved in that, which sort of lends me to just paint it the way it is at the moment, mask it up, paint the lot, and also flipping that door open and closed. If I use a 3M wrap, I think I'll have dog ears on the edge. I have thought about, if this is all satin black, I could mask around the outer hole and mask around the inner of the lid, so I'd end up with satin black and then say a 1/2 inch white bit sort of highlighting the cap or the oil filler door. I'm not sure if I want to do that just yet, but see how we go. Another consideration here, because of the right thrust, the cowl's built crooked. So if I run my mask down, let's call it, say it's 4 inches from the front, I'm going to do a nice radius. Should I keep it parallel with the front, or should I make it square with the wings? Because, you know, the wings sort of sit like that and the right thrust is built into the cowl. I think that'll look funny, so I might have to run the line square with the spinner for argument's sake. Yeah, going well. Also made up, not sure if I showed you these before, just whacked some rivets in just to simulate the fuselage side. So as I paint, see I've painted those white, paint's going on really well. So I purposely paint until I get a run, so I know my limits, I guess. This is with no preparation. You can see I get a bit of like orange peely weird stuff going on, chemical reaction there, not clean. Cleanliness is godliness. So just play around with these. But these have proved invaluable. Got about 8 coats of paint on them now. Alright, so got the spinner done. Beautiful. Really happy with that. Turned out really well. Painted all my spats. So the wheel spats turned out fantastic actually. If I had paid someone to do it, that's the sort of finish I would have expected, so more than happy with that. And I was worried about this guy, but beautiful. Also, something that looks pretty cool. I showed you in the last little snippet there, doing the intakes, the air intakes, or the plenum chambers on the Jabiru engine. So, finish those in a nice vinyl wrap. What I got in there, Speed Flow, just some stickers I had laying around. I don't like advertising other people's stuff too much. Speed Flow is the brand I use for all the AN6, all the anodised fittings at the front there. So have a look at these guys, I'll show you them. Turned out really well. It's just a carbon fibre wrap. I don't know, you're all thinking about the heat, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. Sprayed them black on the inside, covered up my, if you remember, I sort of frog mouthed the front of these to make them bigger. 4 or 5 layers of, I don't know, about 4 ounce glass, whatever I had in the cupboard. And first time using the vinyl wrap, and more than happy with that. Put both of them there. I cheated a bit, sprayed around the edge with satin black, all the hard to get to bits, the inside, and where it touches the cylinders. You can see I used the knifeless tape as well on there. You actually rub the film over the top if you haven't tried this vinyl wrap before, and then just pull the string out and it cuts the film for you really nice. So the cylinders will rub on that bit. Today I'm just going to run I'll mask this up, and I'm just going to run some fiberglass resin just to seal the edge down. But really happy with all this stuff, how it's turning out. So, going well. Alright guys, another session today. Getting to the point where I'm puffing a bit. Just got to get it done, get it on. So, all my cows are sleeping at the moment. Stinks. Top and bottom cow, glassed out, beautiful. So while all my cows are sleeping, masked up, big girl. So hopefully I've had enough practice at painting now that I can tackle this. I think I'll break it down a bit once it's masked up. Just keep it simple. A lot of people pride themselves on their masking from what I see, but don't judge me on mine. Just get it on, get it taped up, spare the tape, spoil the job sort of scenario. Just use drop sheets. One piece, did the whole cockpit. I double insulated the dashboard and threw one of these removal rugs inside. What I did find hard was you want to paint to this edge, so taping up here. In the end I use fabric tape, like duct tape, or the good tape, against the firewall. Chances are I'm going to get overspray somewhere, I sort of know it. And I understand now why you don't use white tape on white things, because you can't see where can't remember where you've masked. Up on top as well, because I want to get paint on this edge, so I sort of masked from the inside, but I don't want the spray gun to push that down. But obviously the sunroof comes back over this anyway, so I may even run a bit of tape along that. So that's where we're at the moment. Masked up, got the legs. The plan there is, I think, wait for some mates to come along tomorrow. Might go for a fly, push the jab outside, Cruzer out. I'll cut that back wall out of the booth and bring the Cruzer in that way. That's 6 metres, and I think this is, I've said it before, about 6 and a bit, so hopefully it fits diagonally. If not, I'll slit this, poke the engine out, and make it airtight later on. Going well. Another consideration with painting is you've got to actually put the stuff somewhere. So the rudder, fin, dorsal fin, sunroof, windscreen, trim pieces, spats, plenum chambers, centre console, wing root skins, hell hole hatch, elevators back there. Across the other side of the hangar, I've got the horizontal stab up on top of the cupboards. You might be able to see up here the 4 flaperons. Down there, the struts and the doors. So I'm having a bit of a spring clean under my shelf. I can put the struts in under there. Might put the glass on the doors just to make it 1 piece instead of, or 2 pieces instead of 4. Not going to rivet those yet. I'll rivet those once I get the door hung and locked. And looking forward to getting some paint on this bad boy. Michael Hill gave me some enthusiasm. I watched him. If you're not watching him, jump on board. Michael, H-I-L-L-E, or Hilly. Have a look at his YouTube channel. He's doing some great stuff. Though it looked like he painted his in a couple of days. I've been going at this for a few months now. Alright, aircraft flying around. Got the Cruzer in the tent, so it does fit in a 6x3 tent. And now, just going on with the pre-coat. Rub, 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 give us some love. So, process here, just froth it all up. And I got a watering can there, tip it all off, covers the floor in water. That brings the surface up nice, ready for primer. Let's do it. Alright guys, so another video done, if you like. Just finished the doors off. So polished the edge up with 400, did that wet, took the all the stress razors out of the edges, oversized the holes, clecoed, angle brackets are on, door handles are on. There's a bit of mucking around with the door handles, but you can set them up either way. So I just did lefty loosey, righty tighty. So turn it left to open, turn it right to lock it. Yeah, they went together well. It's good to get a bit of mechanical stuff. As far as painting goes, over in my in the tent here. So in the tent, got the fuselage all primed, ready to go. Next video, I'll lay some colour on it. Primed up, primer went down well. Big job, best part of an hour I guess, spraying in there. 3 coats. I've thinned to 50% this epoxy primer just to get it to go on with my HVLP turbine Apollo Precision 5 compressor or turbine. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that one. I'm trying to keep it short and sharp. Painting continues. Hang around, stick in there, it'll be fun soon. I will, it's tortoise and the hare sort of scenario that it's going to come ahead in leaps and bounds soon. Once all these bits are painted, we'll whack them back together and get into some fun stuff. Thanks for watching.